Hello, hello. Welcome to our call. This is, just so you know you're in the right place, this is our lead magnets moneymaker call, and we will get started in a little bit. We're going to give folks another minute here to get in the room if they're having technical difficulty getting in. And it makes them revolutionary informal gene therapy successfully treats patients with previously. Okay, hello, Teresa. Looks like you're the only one in here for the moment. We'll give another minute here to get some folks in, as I said. Switch to headphones. Right. Well, I will tell you this, Teresa, if nobody else comes in, you're going to get some private action here today to figure out what's going on in your world. And because of that, what I'm going to do, just to be sure that I am serving you completely as the only honored guest in the room at the moment, we're going to just find out from you what it is that could best help you and why you're here today. So if you want to unmute yourself and share away, would love to hear what's going on. Teresa, are you there? If you're talking, you are still muted, so I can't hear anything. There you are.
Morning, how are you?
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very good.
So
So
just you and I here. What happened?
far, I don't know. You know what it could be? I'm thinking it's potentially we're getting close to the holidays. People are signing up for stuff and then forgetting, oh, I got to go do shopping and I got to go do this and I got to go do that. And so they're just not showing up for things.
No, I invited my friend. She said she'd be here today.
Okay, well, let's give her a minute as well. But in the meantime, you've got my undivided attention. So, what is your friend's name, by the way? I do have an email.
Terry Sisling.
Someone is saying that her link did not work. So let me respond to Reiki real fast and give her this link.
And that could be the issue too, that the link's not working for people.
But it worked for you, so.
It's kind of strange, isn't it?
Yeah, very strange. All right, I'll send that off to see if that helps that other person. That's the only email that I got from someone.
What did I use? I think I used the link where you said invite a friend.
Okay. And I'll just really quickly look for her name in here as well. Contacts. Okay. AI workshop to the 29th.
It's the right day. It's the right time.
Yeah. And what'd you say her name was again?
Terry. Terri.
Okay. Terri. Terry Sisley.
Yeah, that's right.
Did sign up, so let's hope that she got the reminder email and is on her way.
I'm gonna send her a text and say
Deborah
wait.
just joined us as well. Here comes Tara.
Okay, they're just slow and getting in.
That's probably it. The holidays and
They're not used to being on time.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask Terry where she is.
Hello, Tara.
Hello.
Okay, we got Deborah's on her way in, so we'll have some more folks here in just a moment.
Maybe she can't get away.
Yeah, could be. Okay, so we're going to be recording this anyway. I believe it's already recording, but let me confirm that. And if it's not, I'll make sure that it does.
No, it is recording.
It is recording. Perfect. Okay.
Came up on the screen.
All right. Admit. Okay, and Wendy's on her way in, and then we will kick it off official. So just and so that everybody is aware, those who are here, and I'll probably reiterate it a couple times if we have some latecomers jumping into the room, that some people in this room have already are using ARIA and LeOn, and others are just checking it out for the first time. So depending on where you are in that spectrum, whether this is new to you or whether it's something that you're currently using, I'll be talking to both of you about that. Now, where did that pop up? I know I told it to open and I'm not seeing it. Chat. There it is. Okay. Now I've got the chat open so I can keep an eye on that as well. So if you have any questions as we go along, let me know and we will keep things rolling. So we got Melody coming in, and I'm sure there'll be more people coming in as we go. Now, here's the deal that I want to check in with everybody about. This is about building a lead magnet that's going to really convert highly for you and move you towards a big win. One thing I'm noticing, I'm getting glare off my glasses, which is looking a little weird to me. I'm going to try to block my lighting. Give me a second here. Don't know if that will make much of a difference, but hopefully a little bit better so you guys could see my eyes. So gotta have my glasses on to be able to read my screen because we're going to be doing some reading today and working. So what I want to introduce you to is LeOn and ARIA. Deborah, your calendar invite says 2 to 4. I see that in the message. It will depend on your time zone. So I'm guessing if you're in Mountain, I don't know why it would have said maybe something went out wrong. I'm hoping it didn't for 2 to 4. But if you're in Florida, yeah, it's noon to 2 today. So I'm glad you made it in. Sorry about that snafu if it somehow got mixed up in the different emails that went out with this. So here's the thing. We're going to talk about LeOn and ARIA. These are two custom built GPT agents that I've created that are, I call them the dynamic duo because the bottom line is this: any business that you're in, you've got to have leads. There are only three things that build any business: lead generation, sales, and fulfillment. That's the basis of any business that is being run. Whether it's selling Coca-Cola or whether you're selling cars or whether you're selling a coaching program or your own products, programs, or services, you have to generate leads. You have to sell them, convert those leads into buyers, and then you fulfill on what it is you sold. Any business, those are the three criteria. What we're going to focus on today is lead generation because the reality is this: without lead generation, you don't get to make sales and you don't get to fulfill. You got to have lead generation. It is the linchpin of the business. And the other piece of that is this: if you're good at list building and growing leads, you have infinite opportunities to get it right.
So
I don't know how many of you know Alex Hormozy, but he's one of the guys that I follow in this industry that I've learned a ton from. And Alex Hormozy put it this way, which I absolutely love. He said, as long as you know how to get a steady flow of leads, you have infinite opportunities to get it right. I like to frame it as you can keep messing up. But ultimately, if you know how to keep getting in the leads, you're going to ultimately win and you're going to win big. I even like to put it like this: if you've got two people who are um, like next to each other. You got entrepreneur A and you got entrepreneur B. And entrepreneur A is really good at selling, but they're terrible at lead generation. But when they talk to people, like 1 out of every 2 people that they talk to buys from them. So you got this person over here who's good at selling, but not really good at generating leads. Okay. And then you got this guy over here, entrepreneur B, who's really not very good at selling, but great at generating leads. So this entrepreneur B over here, maybe they only sell 1 out of 10 people. That's a 10% conversion versus 50% conversion. But here's the deal. If this person, entrepreneur B, knows how to keep a steady flow of lead and entrepreneur A doesn't know how to do that, entrepreneur B is always, always, always going to win, hands down. Because here's the thing, because they know how to get more leads, even though they start out not very good at sales, they're going to get better just by sheer numbers, practicing, doing it again and again over time. And just through sheer numbers, they're going to have a higher bottom line. So what my goal is, and one of the things that we teach at Infinite Leads and with our Infinite List system, is how do you create a machine that gives you this steady flow of leads? And it all starts with your lead magnet. That is the number one thing. That is your magnetizer that pulls people into your world. And therefore, having taught lead magnets for years and being asked the same questions over and over again, I'm like, man, can I just turn this into a GPT agent that is specialized, that I've trained in what makes a great lead magnet? And the reason I'm emphasizing this specialized and trained GPT agent is this. Inevitably, and I've run these workshops now for several months, and inevitably someone will say, well, can I just put the same prompt into chat? Yeah, you could. And it would be the same as going to your GP and going, hey, doc, I'm having these real heart issues. I think I'm going to need surgery. Will you perform the surgery? Your general practitioner doing heart surgery? I don't think so. You're going to want to go to a specialist. They're both doctors and they both could give you some basic answers, but when it comes down to the actual work, you want to go to somebody who that is their specialty. And that's the difference with this GPT agent that I've built, that I'm going to show you guys how quick and easy it is to change your world. So its name is LeOn. And that is kind of an acronym. It's a little bit of a moniker short for Leads on Demand, your lead magnet creator. And so I'm going to share my screen now, and we're going to jump right into using LeOn. So as any of you who've worked with chat, you know that often you'll pop open a chat and it'll ask you a prompt like what you got going on, or some of them will even give you a prompt that helps you to ask it the right question. Okay. So in this case, we're just going to go right into LeOn's single prompt and you just click on it. Hi, LeOn. I want to create a lead magnet that helps my audience solve a specific problem. Can you guide me through the best format, title, and steps to make it irresistible? So again, LeOn is super trained. It's like having me in your back pocket. He knows what makes for a good lead magnet, and he knows the three critical pieces. Number one, it needs to be immediately available. Okay. If any of you are out there thinking, well, I offer my discovery call as a lead magnet, nothing wrong with that, but you're not going to convert nearly as high as if you make it immediately available. Because for someone to book a call from you, that's a future thing. You want to give them something now. People want your information now. They want to solve a problem now. And so you want to have something immediately available. That's step one. And these that you can see here are things that someone can get right now. Step two, it needs to be easily consumable. I know a lot of people who like to use their ebook as a lead magnet. And the reality, again, nothing wrong with that, but you will not get as many conversions. You won't get as many opt-ins as if you gave them a cheat sheet because it's easier to consume. You know, someone may be going, hey, you're interesting and I kind of like what you're laying down, but I don't want to read your 150-page ebook. Why not? Why don't you give me the Cliffs Notes so I can just get a gist of what it is? Give them the golden nuggets, help them get a quick win. So number one, immediately available. Number two, easily consumable. And number three, solves a top of mind problem. So let's see how LeOn helps with all that. So we're just going to make something up here. Okay, so as we go into LeOn, he's asking first, what do you want to create? A checklist, a cheat sheet, short guide, playbook? What is it you want to create? So let's create a short guide or playbook. Let's just create a playbook. Playbook, boom. So we tell it we're creating a playbook. LeOn's response, love it. A playbook is a power move. It positions you as the expert while giving your audience a fast, structured win. This is what I just mentioned here. It's important that they get that quick win. Now, the question is your audience. Let's lock in who this is for. Be specific. Instead of entrepreneurs, think new coaches struggling to get their first client or busy moms who want to meal prep in under an hour. You want to be specific on who your target is for this lead magnet. So the final question from LeOn, who's this playbook for? We're going to tell it that this is for divorced dads ready to, some print in there, ready to get back into the dating game. Okay. That is our audience. We've given it not just divorced dads, but divorced dads who want to start dating again. Okay, so we've made it very specific. Okay, his response, yes, crystal clear and such a powerful niche. Now let's zoom in on the urgent top of mind pain your audience is feeling. What's the biggest challenge these divorced dads are facing right now when it comes to dating again? What is the pain we're solving in this playbook? Well, let's say that we're going to help them know, where do they even go to meet people? Okay, where to meet eligible partners. Okay, so that's the criteria we're going to give it now. This is what we're going to help them with. We're creating a playbook that's going to help divorced dads figure out where they're going to go to meet people. Now, step 4 is the solution. Now, here's the thing that I'll even just warn you in advance. Be careful of with LeOn. LeOn will do it all for you. You don't even have to create your lead magnet. LeOn will do it. But you do want to make this unique to you. Okay, you want to make LeOn know, how do you solve this problem normally? I'm assuming, by the way, that whatever topic you pick, it is your area of expertise. So you probably already have like a structured way of solving a particular issue for your potential clients. So as the lead magnet, you would then fill in yours. But by the way, I don't do work with divorced dads at all. I'm just demonstrating how, even in a topic that I know nothing about, LeOn will help me to build this. So LeOn is saying, we're going to craft a playbook for divorced dads who want to date again but don't know where to meet quality women. This hits a real life frustration and sets you up beautifully as a guide. Let's outline your method or framework, 3 to 5 key steps or categories. Think practical, actionable. And then it's asking me, what 3 to 5 steps or places do I want to include in this workbook? Okay. Now, this is where, and by the way, if you're doing this, put in your stuff, put in what you would say, right? Again, this is not my category. We're just playing out loud. So I'm going to have LeOn do it for me, because LeOn also gets access to all of the world of information out in the internet space and can help me solve this for them. So we're going to say, please fill in the blanks. More people coming in the room and keep letting them in. All right, please provide 5
What you gonna do?
concepts. Okay, so I'm going to just tell LeOn, please provide 5 concepts for the playbook. Okay, we got more people coming in. This is awesome. Everybody was a little late to get here, but they're getting here now. That's what matters. Okay, so now LeOn has actually just crafted this for me. The Comeback Playbook, 5 places divorced dads can meet quality women, hobby-based meetups and classes, volunteering for a cause you believe in, online dating done right. Notice the little caveat there. Through friends and social circles, everyday encounters, grocery stores, coffee shops, kids events. Okay, so now, by the way, and again, I'll keep going back to this, you would put in your own information here. Okay, this would be you giving it your expertise. But you could have LeOn help you, and maybe LeOn pops out a good idea that you like and you decide to keep it, but you put it in your voice. Okay. So for ease of this demonstration, we're just going to fly with what LeOn created. Again, not my area of expertise, but this is looking pretty good. So now he's asking, do you want me to generate title options next or tweak these 5 plays first? Again, not my area of expertise. So we're going to leave the 5 plays they are, but let's go for a title. So I'm going to say title first. Oops, spell it right though. And another person coming in the room. Let me let them in. There we go. Title first. Bam. Okay, so now LeOn is going to generate some title ideas, because here's the key. And this, again, this is where LeOn is trained specific and will come in very handy for you. LeOn is like, it knows that your title is your number one point of entry. You have to grab them with the title. Your title is your hook. Okay. Wendy has a question. Could LeOn search me on the internet and create a lead magnet accordingly? Very likely. As a matter of fact, that might be a good thing for us to play with a little bit if we have time today, so we can try that. And LeOn is super smart in this respect. But right now, what it's doing is it knows your title has to be a hook. That's the first point to grab people. So it gives you some ideas and we can pick from that. All right. So our opportunities are the comeback playbook for divorced dads. 5 places divorced dads can meet quality women. Dating after divorce, where to meet the right woman. Now, keep in mind, remember what we said when we started here, the key challenge we're helping these dads to overcome is finding the right woman. Because of that, that makes me less interested in Title I. Because remember, if our dad is out there suffering from the problem, where do I meet the right women? This doesn't speak to that as much. But this one, this last one I really like, Where the Good Women Are, a playbook for divorced dads. That's a pretty good title. So we're going to go with that one. We're going to copy it, paste it in here, and let know that that's the title that we're good with. LeOn's back, nailed it. Okay, that's bold, direct, and speaks right to the desire and the dilemma. Now let's wrap the full asset. This now brings us into asset delivery. Okay, we're in lead magnet creation mode. Ooh, people keep coming in. This is awesome. Got 2 more in the waiting room, getting them in. Okay, so now this is the description. Under 200 words. This is really important. Don't go too crazy in your description. You want to keep it reasonable reading. Dating, again, doesn't have to feel awkward, exhausting, or hopeless. If you're a divorced dad wondering where all the quality women are hiding, this playbook is for you. Notice right there in the first line of the description, it says, if you're this guy, this playbook is for you. It helps them identify themselves in it and go, yep, that sounds like me. This is what I want. Perfect. The next sentence, inside you'll find 5 real-world places and smart strategies to meet emotionally available, high-value women without pretending to be someone you're not. Notice it's helping you to speak into a language that's going to be appealing to them. This isn't about pickup lines or game playing. It's about getting back out there with clarity and confidence so you can meet the kind of woman who actually fits your life now. You'll discover why your hobbies might be your best wingman, how to make online dating work for grown-ups, simple ways to meet women through friends without it being weird, and more. This playbook is your first step back into the dating game, and it's built for men like you. So notice it's speaking to your ideal client avatar. LeOn is trained to build the lead magnet description this way. Next is your call to action. Now, here's a piece that I want to be real clear with, and I'm going to stop share for a minute so I can talk directly to y'all. So the other piece about a lead magnet is this. Oof, more people coming in. This is awesome. The lead magnet, as I mentioned, and this is a writer-downer, the 3 key elements of any lead magnet. Number 1, immediately available. Number 2, easily consumable. Number 3, solves a top-of-mind problem. A playbook is immediately available. It's easy to consume, be able to read it in about 5 minutes, and it solves their top-of-mind problem. Where do I meet, in this case, the problem, where do I meet quality women for divorced dads over 50, right? So it covers those 3 things. Now, there is an underlying element that is also a requirement. This next one's not as much about getting people in. Those first 3 are the attraction. This next one is critical for your business. This is your business strategy moment. And this one is also a writer-downer. Your lead magnet should solve a problem that sets up the next problem. Okay, write that down. My lead magnet should solve a problem that sets up the next problem. And by the way, that next problem should be moving them deeper into your world. So real world example, somewhat meta because we're in it right now. I have a company called Infinite Leads. We help people get exposure for their lead magnets. Okay. The challenge is a lot of people who might be good candidates for my business, they don't have a lead magnet yet. So what I have to do is I have to help them solve that problem. So I have a lead magnet that helps them build a better lead magnet. It solves their problem of having a lead magnet, But that sets up the next problem, right? They've got a lead magnet. What's their next problem? Lead magnet doesn't do you any good if it's not getting in front of the right eyeballs, right? You now have, your new problem now is you need to get it in front of people. And my company solves that. Okay. But now here's the deal. The reality is you don't want to try to move people directly into a buy necessarily. But what I do want to do is I want to move them into my world a little more deeply. Okay. That's where we do the next call to action. So I'm going to jump back over to LeOn. Okay. So LeOn has just given us our title. We picked our title. Where are the good women? Where the good women are, a playbook for divorce dads. We've got a great description, under 200 words, fitting right there. And now it's asking us, LeOn is saying, hey, what do you want to do with people after they've gone through the playbook? How do we want to lead them deeper into our world? Well, I would love to have them join me on a webinar. Okay, let's say I have a webinar for dating for divorce dads. So we're just going to put webinar here and tell it that's what I want to do. A webinar for online dating. We'll call it online dating, and this will trigger only the people who may have an interest there. Online dating for divorce dads. Oops, spell it right. Divorce dads, and we pop that in. Now it has my next call to action. Your lead magnet, without having a call to action, a next step for someone, you're leaving money on the table. This is your opportunity. This is your audience now is really excited about what you gave them. Let's get them to come into the next step. Okay. So perfect. Inviting them to webinars, the next step flows beautifully. This playbook gives them real value now and naturally leads them to want more from you. So the final call to action would read something like this. Like this playbook? Join my free webinar, Online Dating for Divorced Dads. Discover how to attract quality women online without the awkwardness, ghosting, or guesswork. And then it even has insert your registration link here. Okay. Now it's following up with the next question, PDF layouts. To make this irresistible and easy to consume, here's how to lay it out. We're going to have a cover page. Okay. That'll have our title, name and logo, eye-catching but clean design. We'll have a welcome message, short, encouraging note from you. The 5 places, 1 each, bold section headers, bonus for tip, mistakes to avoid. This is just kind of giving us the layout of what it's going to look like, right? And we can edit that and we can tell it, no, I'd rather it do this. But the bottom line is when we're ready, we're going to follow this next thing. Want me to turn this into a professional slide deck in Gamma? And I'm just going to say, yes, please. Now, Gamma is a free app. It's another AI service that is wonderful. I think you're going to fall in love with it as much as I did. Okay, and it's now going to give us, LeOn has put together our whole Gamma slide outline for this whole workbook. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to do this in advance because I know in a moment we're going to need it, but look at what I'm going to do here. I'm going to grab from slide 1 and I'm going to copy all this down to here, all the way through slide 9 with the web link. I'm going to copy that because I'm going to need it in a minute. All right. Now, this is where the brilliance of LeOn comes in. It's going to guide us through a Gamma walkthrough. It's going to tell us right here, and we're going to go back and forth with this instruction list so that you can see that I'm following piece by piece, because when you have this tool, this is what it's going to do for you. So first it says go to Gamma. So we're going to open up Gamma. Okay, and I'm going to pop right back over to LeOn, and it says click plus create new AI. Okay, plus create new AI right there at the top of the page. Normally I would be able to just fly right through this because I've done it so many times, but you will be following these instructions. So I'm going to do it very slowly. Select paste in text, go back over, paste in text. Okay. It says paste the slides above. That's why I copied that a moment ago. I already copied them. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to paste it in. Boom. There's all my slides pasted in. Now it says click generate from outline, and then it says scroll and continue. We'll do 2 back to back here. So we scroll down, it says generate from notes or an outline. There we go. We click that, and then we tell it to continue. All right. Those are in the instructions. It's 2 separate pieces, generate and continue. Now it's going to take us to this next page. Now notice what our instructions say. We're going to pick a theme, then we're going to click generate. We're going to pick a theme, number 7, and then we're going to click generate. But before we do that, there's one other piece I want to do because I'm going to show you how easy it is to edit as well. See here where it says insert your webinar link? I'm just going to put in a fake link, https:// go to find this page. Oops. Go to findthis.com. We're just putting in a fake link. All right. So it doesn't really matter if it's accurate or points anywhere because we just want to show you this is where you would actually give it your link. Now we're going to pick a theme. Now, right now I have a theme set here, but you could always click on view more over here in the sidebar with the themes. I'm going to click on view more. Okay, and I can look at their standard themes, all different types of layouts, okay, that they have. Let's go with this one. We're just going to pick Nova. Okay, select that theme. So this theme is now selected. And as I said in the instructions, select the theme and click generate. So now we're going to generate it. This is where the magic happens. We are 32 minutes into our call, and I've been going really slow here for you, slowly, so that you can see how this process works, but it will happen at your pace. And as you get better at it, you will be able to fly through this quickly. Literally, when you have this down, you could generate 10 lead magnets in the course of a couple of hours, and then choose which one you really like the best. Or you can just create one, fine tune it, make it look even better, and you're out the door. Let's see. Someone's saying they don't see the recording light at the top of the room. I'm pretty sure we're recording. Does anyone else definitely see it? Because if not, I want to make sure. It looks like it's showing on my end. I see a Fathom is recording, so I think we're good. So notice this is still doing its work. And it is now complete. It's done. So let's take a look at what it generated here. Here's my lead magnet. Done. Now, you may be thinking, well, Michael, this is a slideshow. It's a slide deck. It is, and that's perfect. I've been teaching people for years how to do lead magnets, and one of the things I learned a long time ago was when I design a lead magnet, I actually build it in Keynote or in PowerPoint, slide by slide. And then when I'm done, I export those slides as a PDF, and now, boom, I've got it. But because I'm doing it as slides, I can beautify each slide real nicely instead of like trying to do it as a Word document or something else. So here we have it, Where the Good Women Are, a playbook for divorced dads re-entering the dating world. Hi, I'm your name. Now, this is where we would go in and edit this. So this is where you would fill in your information. I would put in, I'm Michael Neely. And by the way, you could give it in advance your bio. So I would probably have a little bit more of this being my specific bio about what I do. But because I don't really do this work, it's kind of populated it for me. I help divorced dads date with confidence, clarity, and real world results, blah, 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 on and on. Why this playbook exists. You're ready. You've done the inner work. You're ready to date again, but where do you even start? It's confusing. The dating world has changed. Apps, algorithms, new social norms. It's a lot to navigate. You want quality. You're not looking for games or drama. You want to meet genuine quality women who share your values. So again, it's already building towards the excitement we want them to have in this. Next, place 1 gives them ideas on where to meet people. Next one, place 2, volunteering in a cause you believe in. Next one, online dating done right. It gives quick tips on how to master that. Place 4, through friends and social circles. Place 5, everyday encounters. Place 6, ready to take the next step, online dating for divorced dads. This invites them to our webinar. There's a button where they can jump in and reserve their spot in our webinar. Okay, so I'm going to do this next step here. Oop, we got some people in the waiting room. Let me let them in. Okay, this is the completion. Here's the final encouraging note to the gentlemen who are getting this. The women are out there. They're looking for someone exactly like you. But now if we go back to our instructions, it gives our final instruction here. Well, it did say review and edit. So we did. We put my name in there in the proper place. And now it says share and export. So the way you do this is you click on share, export, and we're going to go with the PDF. So we go back over here. We click on share right up top here, share. Our next, it said to export. And now we get to choose how we export it. Like I said, do it as a PDF. This way you have a single file, a PDF, that is the lead magnet. So this is now exporting this as a PDF. Boom, it's done. It's now in my downloads and it's complete. I'm done with that portion. Okay. Now we're going to let that sit for a minute and stew because there's still more to be had here. LeOn goes beyond just creating the lead magnet. This is about your front end funnel. Okay. I'm also going to try to answer questions I see in the chat as we go. So looks like the next question we had was, what is an AI? AI, artificial intelligence. And in this case, we're using Chat GPT, which is artificial intelligence, specifically trained as an AI agent. So it's not your generic chat that you would go to and open and say, hey, do this. This one is trained on how to do this very specifically. Okay. Someone says, I don't, okay, the recording light. Yeah, we figured it is recording, so you'll be good there. We'll get the playback out to everybody. And then the question is, at what point can we feed our bio into LeOn? Good question. You could do it here. And as a matter of fact, probably a good idea would be to do it early on at any point, especially when it says, hey, do you want to edit any of this? So as an example here, this about you. I didn't even really look through the slides. Remember, this part came up and I said, let's just copy this, right? But had I looked through, I would have seen this and go, oh yeah, slide 2 is about me. So when I copied this, I would have already pasted my name in here. I'd probably copy and paste this first, edit it a little bit, and then put it inside Gamma. But that's where you would feed it your bio, or you give it the bio beforehand, or give it the bio late. So watch this. LeOn, here's my bio. Please add appropriately. Okay, and I'm going to pull real quickly just a small version of my bio to pop in there. And by the way, you should have, if you don't already, create either a Word doc or some document that you save that has your bio in several different lengths. Like I have a bio, 87 words, 97 words, 164 words, all the different various lengths. Saves you so much time down the road. I'm going to go ahead and paste my shorter one in here. And we're going to insert this. And now LeOn is going to go back and put it in where it's appropriate. Okay, slide 2, about you. So now I've got two choices. I can just copy this and put it back over in Gamma for slide 2, or I could do what LeOn is asking here. Do you want me to just update the full Gamma outline? Yeah, let's do that. That's easier. This is how quickly we can make a change, make an adjustment to have it roll. Tara, you're asking for the URL for LeOn. You do not get the URL for LeOn because LeOn is available for sale. So this is not something that I built to give away for free. This is a lot of the people in the room, as a matter of fact, are already owners. So at the beginning of the call, I mentioned some of the people already own it, some don't. Those who own it have the link to the page where they get it. Others, you're going to have an amazing deal on it today if you want to get it, because it will change your world. And I'm sure some of the people who are already using it can testify to that. So now that's built back in. Now I don't need to go back to Gamma and redo this. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to put in those little pieces, like your bio as an example. Okay. Susan writes, I have a media one sheet for speaking like gigs like podcasts. Yes, you can feed that directly into LeOn. You can pre-feed all this stuff, and you'll actually see a really cool thing we're going to use in a little bit when we introduce ARIA. But right now, we're done with the lead magnet creation. We're just going to say, what's next? Okay, because the lead magnet's sort of done. LeOn's starting to ask if we want to do other stuff. We're like, okay, we're done. So it's already built the Gamma playbook. We're not going to do that again. It's saying we could create a Canva cover or 3D mockup. What is your 3D mockup? Well, that is your image cover. So I'm going to go to a couple of pages here to show you something. First, someone else in the waiting room. Let them in. Okay, first I'm going to go to show you all one of my lead magnets. Okay, this is one of my lead magnets. as soon as it comes up here. So you see this image mock-up on the left, the simple 5-step process to launch a rockin' podcast in just 14 days. That's made to look like a little playbook, like a little pamphlet, a guide, right? But a nice cover on it, okay? In LeOn, he's saying, hey, do you want to use my e-cover maker, which is where I built these things. So I'm recommending that you try it out. You learn a little bit. So I could go there. I'm going to go ahead and get signed in. And then it's going to take me in and you'll be able to see a lot of the mock-ups that I built for all the different things. Here's our New Media Cruise directory cover. Here's my Infinite Leads channel on YouTube. So my book. I mean, there's all kinds of different covers you can do. And I recommend you create a cool cover for your lead magnet, and LeOn will help you with that. Okay. The next thing that he's going to do that's super important is build your pages. Now, remember, I said lead magnet alone, that doesn't mean anything. That's like, hey, cool, I've got this really cool widget here. If I can't get it in front of you, if I can't get it out to the market, or is there no way for you to buy it from me, there's nothing going to happen. So you need to have the pages that go with it. Your first page you need is your opt-in page with a headline. In this case, he's making a recommendation: where the good women are. 5 real places divorced dads can meet quality women starting today. The visual is where you'll put your 3D mock-up. Email form only, no distractions. Okay, let me just give you that real world example. Seriously, you're not podcasting yet? Get my free guide to launch your podcast with ease and speed. And it asks for name and email. That's it. I want you to pay close attention in this part. There is no menu bar. There are no other links. There is no scrolling. Okay. I tell you, I look at bad email opt-in pages all day long where people are doing it wrong. You will, and it's not that it's going to kill your business, but it's going to leave so much money on the table because people will not opt in as much. You need to get your numbers up. And the best way to do that is have no scrolling, no menu bar. Okay. This is all what's called above the fold. If they have to scroll down for any of it, that's below the fold. Okay. Keep it all above the fold. Keep it simple. And here's why. How did they land on this page? Anybody want to pop their answer to that in the chat? How does someone land on any page for that matter? Let's see if someone comes up with that. Boom, Susan got it from a link. Okay. Do we just randomly as human beings click on links? No. As a matter of fact, most links are a little bit scary because it could be taking us to a page with a virus or something. So we're very selective about a link that we will click on, right? So if we clicked on that link, it means something. It means we're already interested. They've already pretty much bought in. So when they show up on that page, you don't want to talk them out of it. Don't put too much information there. Keep it simple. Hey, seriously, not podcasting yet? Grab my free guide. It's free. It's easy. Don't be silly. Just grab it. Okay. There's no real cost to it. So keep that page minimalist. And LeOn is trained to know this, and it teaches you that. Okay. Email only, no distractions. Okay. Next is your congratulations page. So now we're going to go ahead and opt in over here. Get immediate access. And now it takes me to what is called the confirmation page. Ooh, I need to update this. This is last year's cruise. Okay. So this gives me a clue for me. I need to update this page, number one, because we have a new thing to put there. But here's the deal. And LeOn will teach you what goes on this page. You're in, okay? In any version of saying, cool, you got it, confirmation. Reaffirm what they'll get from the playbook. And the next step in this case, because remember, we're playing with divorced dads here, would be to register for the webinar. In this case, because my lead magnet is about podcasting, their next best step is to join us on the Podcasters Cruise, which is now called the New Media Cruise. So, and here's the thing. We tell them, congratulations on claiming my free guide. Notice 2 things here. We rename it here for them, the simple 5-step process to launch a rocket podcast, and we put the same image here. Why do we do that? This makes them feel at ease. It's the continuity. It's not a bait and switch like oh, wait a minute. I thought I was signing up for that thing. This page looks weird. No, you have it matched. The congruence is important. And it's really critical you give them this line. I've sent the emails and I've sent the details in an email to your inbox and they should arrive shortly. So this lets them know this is critical. Go look for that email. And by the way, there's always a chance someone wanted your free gift, but they didn't want to give you their email, so they gave you a fake email. And now they land here and they go, crap, if I really want it, I'm going to have to give them my real email. So now they'll probably go back and do it again correctly. And then they'll look for the email, which means they'll find it if it's in their spam folder, and hopefully they'll pull it out and help get you whitelisted. But this is the other critical part. This page is real estate gold. This is someone who just raised their hand and said, wow, I like what you're laying down. They may be like, man, Wendy, that talk about financial stuff, that was awesome. What do you got next? Right? Give them a next move on your confirmation page because they're ready. Right now, they're lit up. And if you've got a webinar or something else that would work to give them a little more detail, move them deeper into your work, into your world, that's where you would do it. And you would also tell them if you've got a Facebook group or something, have them join that. If you've got a podcast, say, hey, subscribe to my podcast, a YouTube channel, follow me there. Whatever you've got, put that on this page that's related to the lead magnet. And in this case, if someone says, oh, cool, your cruise looks pretty neat, they would click on the button, takes them to our next cruise. All right. So all of that is built into like how you want to flesh out, and LeOn will guide you through these elements step by step. Okay. Everybody good so far on this? I'm going to stop share for a moment and check in to see if we have any more questions. And feel free to raise your hand as well if you have a question that you'd rather speak instead of type. Got a thumbs up from Deborah. Everything's looking good. Awesome. Okay, then we'll keep flowing. So look at that. It's 48 minutes after the hour, and I've taken a lot of time to explain things, which slows down the process. But literally, I could have done everything I just did without the explanation, 20 minutes. Would have had an excellent lead magnet built and ready to go. Okay. And I'm not even an expert in divorced dads, but that would be something that anybody could do. Oh, cool. We got a hand popping up. Shadid, how are you, brother?
Life is good, Michael. This is great training, great walkthrough. Um, the thank you page is a growth area for me, and I'm tweaking some things and making some adjustments as I go, and using upcoming giveaways as kind of my test ground. Um, from your experience in terms of building a new relationship and standing out from the herd, um, what would long form content be something or community such as a school group that I have? So I'm thinking either a webinar, which for corporate clients checklist would work well. So if you want to learn step by step, I walk you through the checklist and answer questions. Join me on this webinar Friday at 5, or community, yeah, which is the Content Millionaire community. So based on how to build a relationship or get it off on the right foot, what are your thoughts?
I think that is a great follow-on, and to bring somebody from their initial lead magnet, that free quick fix gets them in your world. And then I would invite them to that, like you said, a webinar is what you're thinking. And through that webinar, it just wants to take them in deeper, get them and answer their questions and solve more stuff with them. And here's the cautionary tale, though, and I'm going to just pop a link real fast into the chat here for Wendy because she needs to roll. So give me 1 second. Wendy, there is the link. I know some of you might have thought this meeting was shorter. So I'm jumping to the chase with the offer, but for those of you who are ready, you may want to jump in. So number one, there's the link to go check out the bundle. You're going to get not just ARIA, but LeOn. I'm sorry, not just LeOn, but ARIA as well. And ARIA is amazing, which writes all your emails for you. And with the coupon code I'm putting in here as well, I'm giving you a $200 holiday discount. So that use that coupon code to knock the price down and you'll get the bundle for $297. Okay, so that is available right there. If anybody knows they're ready to jump in, go for it. And you haven't even met ARIA yet. You're gonna love ARIA. Okay, so back to your question, Shadid. I think it is really a good way to do it. And let's just be sure that, it's like, consider it like the journey. And I'll give you real world stuff. Chris and I are working on this for some of the offers that we're putting out there. And we're wondering, like, there are people who do this. I haven't done it myself, but I know there are people who will charge for that. They might go from a webinar to a paid call or a paid consult where you're now digging in with them one-on-one. And if that helps you to then move closer to closing a deal, that could be the route you want to go. And maybe the webinar leads them to set up and book that call that they're going to pay for.
I'm not paying that.
So you really just have to kind of design, what is your customer journey that's going to be the least friction to move them from one step to the next? Because that's the point of it all. Is often we find as entrepreneurs, I see so many people making this mistake. They're trying to get people to jump from point A to point Z, and that's a rough terrain. You gotta, move them slowly through the path to get them there. And unless you have a really good way, I mean, there are certain ways you can sell things better, but typically you're going to want to make it a smooth journey for them. That make sense?
Crystal clear.
Awesome. Cool. Great question. All right,
Thank you.
Wendy.
So I have 3 lead magnets actually on a landing page for a book that I wrote, but the cover of the book takes up the whole fold. So when you say put everything, on the, above the fold, I'm kind of already screwed up right there. So if you create a page just for this where things are just above the fold, can that link to my landing page? So
Yeah,
they could get more information or?
Right. So here's the thing, that landing page that you're referring to, okay, that they're on, where is that page?
What do you mean, where is the page?
Where does it live? Is it part of your website? Is it
No, it's its own separate entity.
standalone
Yeah.
page? Okay.
Yeah.
You willing to share the link to that page?
Sure.
Okay.
You want me to put it in the chat?
If you want to put it in the chat, I'll open it up and we'll talk about it. And this is good. I really like this question because this is critical. One of the things that I teach and our GPT agents are trained in this is that you should always work from the thought of a singular objective. I love an expression I learned. I can't remember where I got it. I don't know if it was my dad who shared it with me. Maybe not, because it was a little bit feels almost more like a wisdom that I would have gotten from some other teacher than my dad. But the expression is the fox that chases 2 hounds. I'm sorry, the fox that chases 2 rabbits goes hungry. I started in the hound thinking of my children, but the fox that chases 2 rabbits goes hungry. And so similarly, we're going to go to screen share on your page, which this page looks great. Okay. So here is a button, register for the Rockstar Academy. Okay. And then there's that. And then down here, if people are still reading, they're going to read. That's a lot of reading.
Yeah, before they get to the button.
And then they get to the button again. And then there's more reading and more reading. And then they're finally down on the form. And then there's the about you. And then, okay, so this all looks like it's leading to one thing though. Is that correct? You said you had multiple lead magnets on here. Am I missing the others?
Yeah, there's 5 Rockstar mindset shifts. There's Rockstar life checklist, and then they can also get the book from there. But what I'm leading them into is I'm doing a masterclass where they can do the book with me.
Got it. So here's where if I were coaching you, and this is, by the way, one of the things I do is I am a business strategist and coach around this stuff. I would say you've got way too much information on this page.
Yeah, gotta get pee-pees.
And the reason I would say that is, let me mute some people.
Somebody's got to go to the bathroom.
Well, I get it. Okay, so how do people land on this page? Like what sent them there?
My speaking.
Okay, got it. So if you're live speaking, be it a podcast or a summit or on stage, you
Mhm,
go to this page, how to live
mhm,
like a rockstar.vip, right?
mhm.
When they go there, uh, I would say a couple things. One is that's probably not a bad idea to send people to a singular page from stage. But here's the deal. What is your objective with sending somebody here? If your objective is truly first and foremost, which is what mine would be, get them on my list. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's why that would be my first objective. Before I try to sell them into registering for the Rockstar Academy, before I try to do anything bigger, I want to do the simple thing, get them on my list.
Right.
Because once they're on my list, I can then offer everything else over and over and over again. I hope everybody's catching this. Make that frictionless. Make it so easy and no brainer. Yeah, I want on your list. Cool. Boom, I'm in.
Yeah.
Done. Now on the thank you page, send them here with more detail. But still, even with this, I would make it one objective, because if there are three things on here, I didn't even know there were three things on here, because they're kind
Mm,
of like it's all kind of a blur of a run on.
right.
And so here I see now this says checklist, which I see as Rockstar is different than Rockstar Academy. Okay.
Yeah.
So give each one its own logo and its own opt-in page. And maybe the Rockstar checklist, that's probably your first point of entry.
Hmm.
I would have that be my lead magnet. Now, when they get the checklist on the thank you page, say, hey, you want to live like a rock star? Check this out. Right. And then move them deeper into your world. But that first one should be quick, easy, and painless.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
I'm putting in big notes. Edit landing page.
Yes. And that's 2 landing pages there. You've got definitely keep the whole live like a rock star bit, but then take and create your own smaller one for the checklist, because that checklist is quick and easy. People love checklists.
Yeah.
It's a quick, easy win and get them
Okay.
into the world. All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thanks for being coachable in this.
I will look for the recording. I have to jump.
Awesome. No worries.
All
Enjoy.
right. Thanks, Michael.
Okay, so the next thing I want to introduce y'all to, you've just learned all about LeOn and what LeOn can do, okay? But you're still in a bit of a quandary here, because there's more to the picture. There's more to your funnel. Number one, you now have a lead magnet. Number two, you got your opt-in page where people will actually sign up for it and you collect their name and info. Number three, you've got the confirmation page where they're going to go to be sent to with extra valuable real estate, and you're going to tell them, go look for your email. What email? We didn't create the email yet, did we? Oh, crap. We got to create an email. So this is where ARIA comes in handy. ARIA is LeOn's sister. ARIA stands for Attract, Retain, Influence, and Automate. So what ARIA does is now we're going to take that lead magnet that we created. Okay, I'm actually going to go up here and pop it open. And I'm not even going to use the prompt with ARIA, but I'll click on it just so you can see what ARIA will say. So ARIA's prompt is, hey, ARIA, can you help me with my emails? ARIA's response is, absolutely, that's what I'm here for. Let's start with your lead magnet, since that's the entry point to your email ecosystem. I'll help you craft a powerful welcome email first. That is critical. Then we can build out the rest of your sequences. So tell me, what's the name of your lead magnet? Who's it for? And what transformation or result does it promise? Remember, these are all things we've gone over and LeOn walked us through. And then she says, once I have that, I'll write your email and guide you through what comes next. So better yet, instead of answering those questions, why don't we just give her the lead magnet? So this is the lead magnet we just created with LeOn, and I just feed it into her and I upload it. Boom. Now she's got the lead magnet and she knows all about what we need. Thanks for uploading your lead magnet, Where the Good Women Are, a playbook for divorced dads re-entering the dating world. Let's use this to write your welcome email, which will congratulate them on taking action, deliver the lead magnet, set expectations for what's next, and open the door to deeper engagement. This is the training. This is, like I said in the beginning, for those of you who came in a little bit late, I get asked this question all the time. Well, can't I just use chat to ask it these questions? I'm like, yeah, you can, and it won't be nearly as good. I guarantee it won't be half as good as what you get by using a trained agent. It's like the difference between going to a specialist versus a generalist. Okay. When you just ask ChatGPT, that is generalized information. These agents have been trained by my over a decade of experience building and delivering great lead magnets. And so ARIA has drafted our first welcome email. Now I'm going to point out the training that makes ARIA better than someone else. Okay. Subject line, where the good women are. Here's your download. Okay. This is critical. Keeping part of the title in the subject line is great because that's going to have them go, oh yeah, that's that thing I just signed up for. And here's your download. They'll go, oh yeah, that thing that I was looking for. Great. So the subject line gets them. Then, hey, first name, you did it. You took the first and often hardest step, getting back in the game with purpose. I'm proud of you for grabbing the guide. Now, this is critical. Here's your free playbook. This is where we put in the link where they go to get it. I want to be real clear here. I'll take you back over to my confirmation page. Notice when someone signs up for mine, they get sent to the congratulations page, also known as a confirmation or thank you page. There's nowhere for them to download that free gift. I told them I've sent the details in an email to your inbox. They should arrive shortly. They have to go back and find that email in order to get it. And that's what ARIA is priming you for right here. Here's your free playbook. Download where the good women are. You're going to create it as a link in that email so they can download it, right? Then ARIA goes on. Inside, you'll find 5 real-world places to meet quality women. It describes, retalks about the lead magnet a little bit. Then this is critical. And again, the difference in training. Over the next few days, I'll send you short, powerful emails with additional insights to help you avoid the common traps most divorced men fall into, navigate dating apps the right way, attract women who actually want what you want. Don't worry, I don't send daily emails forever, just for you to get you rolling. This is critical information. Why is this in here? Nothing ARIA is going to coach you on is done without reason. This is in here because you want to do what's known as indoctrination. You want to get people excited to look for your email. You want them to remember who the heck you are. The biggest mistakes I see entrepreneurs making over and over again when it comes to their email sequencing is they get someone to opt into their world and then they don't email them for a month or 2 or 3 weeks. And when they send that email 2 or 3 weeks later, that person gets an email and they're thinking, who are you? They've already forgotten you because you didn't take the time to indoctrinate them. And the way to do that is through an indoctrination sequence. So we're not done with ARIA here. So we're going to go back over to ARIA. So we got a good opening email, but this primes them for the indoctrination sequence. They know that over the next few days, they're going to receive some more emails with good, valuable information. So we're already getting them to look for it. Now, ARIA even asks, next, we'll build your 5 to 7 day indoctrination sequence to deepen the relationship with a new subscriber and increase open rates. Would you like me to map that out for you next? Yes, please. So now ARIA is going to dig right into indoctrination. Now remember what indoctrination does. I'm going to teach you what I've taught ARIA. Your emails need to have a couple of things. One, big value. Big value based on the subject that they signed up for. Okay. So day one, you're not broken, you're rebuilding. Subject line, you're not starting over, you're starting fresh. Gives you a little body summary there, gives you a subject line. This one mistake. Oh, sorry, that's day 2. This is just showing us the summaries of what it's going to cover in the emails. So you can actually fine tune this before you say, let's go for it. So it's giving us 7 days of summaries. So we're just going to tell it, write out the full emails. Oops. Okay, so we're going to tell it to write out the full emails. The summaries looked good. And now it's going to start with all of these. Day one, you're not starting over, you're starting fresh. Hey, first name, let me tell you something I wish someone had said to me, blah, 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 goes into information. Now, again, this is the specificity of the training, this sentence right here. Tomorrow, I'll share the biggest mistake I see most divorced dads make when they try to get back out there and how to avoid it. This line is critical. Why? Because it's teasing the email that's about to come out tomorrow. So it sets them up to expect it, and it gives them some insight into what it's going to cover. So they're like, oh, cool. I look forward to that. I want to see that email. When you do this effectively, by the way, people will write to you. As an example, I'll go back to my podcasting lead magnet, the simple 5-step process to launch a rockin' podcast. When people sign up for this, I send them a 7-day strategy, an indoctrination campaign. And over those 7 days, I teach them 7 different ways to monetize their podcast. And so they're looking for that. So literally, I get people who will write to me and say, hey, Michael, I missed day number 4. Can you send that again? Because it provides value. And that is critical. And this is the way Aria is trained. She's setting up each of the next day. Okay. That's the power. If you haven't registered yet, this is the other piece. She's also telling people, jump in the webinar if you haven't already done that. Okay. You want to be sure to keep inviting people into your world deeper. And Aria is trained to do all of that. Okay. We're done with the indoctrination. You can then take those 7 emails, program them into your CRM so that they automatically get sent to people after they've gotten their welcome email and they've opted in. Now, Aria is asking, would you like me to help map out 52-week nurture plan next? Absolutely. We call Aria your infinite email architect because she will write emails for you better than you probably could yourself for multiple reasons. Number one, by the way, it's also good if you can really get your information, feed her a little bit about your voice and your style. But beyond that, the reason that they're going to be so much better, and I'll demonstrate this here, is because when let me speak for myself, when I sit down to write an email, I'm often thinking of like, what's currently on my mind? What's the topic that I'd like to chat with people about today? And I draft that email. When Aria makes a plan, Aria is thinking, I'm going to take this person on a journey for the next 52 weeks. I'm going to actually have a strategy and a structure to these emails so it moves people in a journey. And that is something that myself, I can't do. I'm not able to think that far ahead and keep a lineup. I mean, if I sat down and drew out a plan, maybe, but then I've got to keep going back to it. Aria's got it all dialed in. So right here, she's already starting us out. The purpose is to build trust, stay top of mind, and reinforce your authority as a dating guide for divorced dads. That's the purpose of these emails. So now each email is going to be written with that idea. The content, or I'm sorry, the cadence, 1 email per week, set it and forget it, fully automated. This is known as your nurture sequence. Content categories, week 1, mindset and confidence, 2, dating strategy, 3, real life examples and wins, 4, relationship readiness. This is setting up for a rotational pattern. Okay, so every 4 weeks, we're going to start this again. And then we'll throw in bonus content, tough love, truth bombs, quick wins, ask me anything style replies, event or offers. So now she's saying, would you like me to generate your first 4 nurture emails to get you rolling? We'll just go first 4. Let's do it. So she's now going to write out those full first 4 emails. Okay, this looks like she went back to the indoctrination sequence, but maybe, yeah, she's redoing the whole indoctrination sequence as well, it looks like. Okay. There we go. And now we're into the nurture emails. So you notice the difference. She just rewrote, showed all those first 7, and now we're into the other emails. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Now I'm noticing something here that I'm like, okay, this could be better. And the reason I want to cover this with you guys is so you also get this is the value of when you have Aria. I think these emails are too small, too short. That's a really short email. Okay. That's almost more like a social post. So I'm going to ask Aria to rewrite emails 1 through 4 of the nurture sequence and make them 3 times longer. Okay, correct my spelling for sequence. Make them 3 times longer. So you can do this with ARIA at any point. You can just go, hey, ARIA, this is cool, but do this. I like that, okay, but let's make this tweak. And she'll go back in and retweak these for you. And unfortunately, it looks like she's still going through all of the 7 indoctrination emails before she'll get to the 4. So these are probably have nothing changing. These are, okay, here we go. Week 1, mindset and confidence. Now, I don't know that it's 3 times longer, but it's definitely at least double what it was before. And that looks pretty good. So now I'm happy with the length of this email. I'm ready to use it. And there's the next one. Yep, that one's even longer. Good. Okay, so she took my command pretty well. But if she didn't, give it another command and she will keep going. Here's the one final key that I want to cover before there's no need for us to have her draft all 52 of your nurture email sequence, but we're going to ask her what's after the nurture sequence. And by the way, when you're using it at home, you would complete the sequence and then you would simply ask her what's after that. And she would automatically go to what's next probably, but we're going to ask her to speed along. So what's after the nurture sequence? How many of you heard of a re-engagement campaign before? Your re-engagement campaign is what you do when someone has stopped opening your emails. And if they haven't opened an email from you in 3 months or more, you need to re-engage them or get them off your list. That's list hygiene. And it's really important to take care of your list that way. And so she's going to help you to draft a re-engagement campaign. Your re-engagement campaign is to, here, I'm just going to tell her to do it and then we'll talk about it as we go. Yes, please. So she explains what it is there for. And then she says, you ready for me to write it? And we just say, yes. Okay, re-engagement. Still with me? This is our first email. Your subject line, just checking. Still want to hear from me? Hey, so-and-so, it's been a minute and I get it. Inboxes get crowded, life gets busy, and sometimes email like mine gets buried. But I wanted to check in because I haven't seen you open anything in a while and I only want to send messages that matter. If you still want tips, support, and stories to help you date with confidence after divorce, do me a quick favor. Just click this link and let me know you're here. And this is where you would put in a link. Whatever you want it to lead to, that's totally fine. I suggest putting in some form of a free gift, create another lead magnet specifically for this, so that when they click, now you've got engagement again. But guess what? If they don't open this email on day 1, the very next day, you send them day 2. Subject line, I'd hate to lose you, but I totally understand. Again, try to get them to click on the email. If they don't open day 2, you send them day 3. Can we hit reset? Again, a little more pressure in the email. And each time you're getting a little more like, hey, maybe you're no longer interested. Maybe you found the right person, whatever that is. We get it. Day 4, just for you, a gift to help you get unstuck. Again, if you're ready to rejoin the conversation, open any future emails and I'll know you're still with me. Now we're going to start to get a little more, not harsh at this point, but a little more direct. Subject line, unless I hear from you, this will be the last email I send unless I hear from you. Okay? This is critical here, okay, because we're really going to unsubscribe them. And if they don't open that email, they're going to get the next email that says, you've been unsubscribed, but this is still for you. Hey, first name, as promised, you've been removed from my email list. But before you go, I want to leave you with this. Download, and you give them one last chance to download the guide. No pitch, just value. If you ever want to rejoin the community, you know where to find me. And literally program your system to remove them from your list. Okay, that is critical. Clean up your email list. If they're not opening, if they didn't even open any of these 5 emails, get them out of there. And that will help you to have a better email list. It'll improve your deliverability and it'll improve your business all around. ARIA will help you with all of these different emails. Okay. So I'm going to pop the link into the chat once more for anybody who wants the bundle. And I'm going to go and I'll share the page with you while we go through it. So there's the link to it in the chat. And I will open it here as well. Okay, right now you can get both LeOn and ARIA at a discounted rate. Now, if you go on the page here, it's going to say $497 lifetime access. Normally, that would be $997 per year. Okay, that's my normal rate on these. But right now, and if you bought either one individually, you could do that as well. $397 each individually. Together, that comes to almost $800. You get the bundle for $497. But here's the deal. If you click on Get Both and you go to this page, I'm going to give you a coupon code. I'm going to put that in the chat as well so you all have it. Coupon code LeOn and ARIA 200. Okay. And what you do is you put that in on the coupon code spot and you hit the check mark next to it and it will remove $200. So you're going to get the bundle, both LeOn and ARIA, for $297 lifetime access. Okay. No monthly payments, no yearly payments, no other payments ever for LeOn or ARIA. Anytime I roll out updates, you'll get the updates. You'll get access to these right away, and you'll be able to use them in your business in any way you see fit. Now, Deborah asked in the chat, how long is this offer good for? LeOn and ARIA are good for, I mean, you could go back to the page tomorrow and you can get it at $497, but the coupon code is good for today. That is a reward for action takers who know that we're ready to go. We feel like marking it down to $297. It's not a crazy amount, especially for the value you're getting. Each of these individually, like I said, this would be $697 per year. $697 per year for ARIA. You're getting it for basically $150 each lifetime. And so hopefully that is something that is exciting for you guys and you'll be able to jump in and take advantage of the special offer. And what we're going to do right now is I want to just open the floor for Q&A in case anybody has any questions about how they work, how to use them better in your world. And if there's anything that I did a little too fast, because I know we were flying by today, but if anything was a little too fast and you want to see it again, I'm happy to share that. So any hands, raise your hand and I will call you up and we will address your questions. I don't see any hands going up. I'm hoping that means that I explained it pretty well and you guys have a full understanding of how the system works. There will be a recording available if you guys want to check it out tomorrow. But again, anybody watching this in replay, understand that $200 voucher will not be applicable. The coupon code expires tonight at midnight Eastern time. Okay. Can they do anything else other than lead magnets, like creating a flyer or a brochure? Absolutely. They're not trained for that. And what I mean by that specifically, Deborah, is let's say you wanted to create a trifold brochure. Wish I had one sitting around that I could demonstrate, but they're not trained to build a page that way. They're trained to build online digital assets. So they're probably not going to do a great job. They'll do an okay job. All right. Specifically, though, where ARIA can help you, and this is really cool. I'm going to go back over to ARIA. Check this out. So we're going to go back to ARIA, share screen. Okay, so I do this a lot with ARIA. You could, does anybody have an event coming up soon? Anything they want to share? A ticket, like you're selling tickets to something, a page, anything at all? Let's see if anybody's willing to play on. Debbie Lynn has a masterclass. All right. Do you have a link to sign up for it in the page? Like a link we can check it out? Like where would someone go to register for your masterclass? Let me see. If anybody has any link to a page, and the reason I want to do that is, are you looking for it, Debbie Lynn? There we go. Cool. Okay, so we are going to copy that link she just put in the chat, and I'm going to show you how cool this is. So we're going to go, hey, ARIA. I need a four email invitation sequence to my masterclass. Here is the page I am promoting. Now, obviously, you would want to feed it with more information about you, okay? But for now, she's going to pull whatever information is on that page. Cool. I can absolutely help you build a 4 email invitation sequence for your masterclass. Based on what worked for webinar masterclass invites, I've laid out a sequence that balances value, curiosity. Okay, see, she's looks like she's doing this based on dating story. I don't know what all's on your page. Let me just check out the page. Yeah, you got quite a bit on the page. Let's do this. She might not have looked at the page totally because it sounds like she's still doing the dad dating stuff. Let's ask her again. Can you, whoops. Okay, so I had to give her, she was still in dating dad's mode. Okay, so we had to get out of that. I don't know that she can pull information from a website directly. Yeah, she says I couldn't access the content directly, which is totally fine. So the other thing you could do is this, you could go there and literally, I'm going to try something here. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to copy all of that and I'm going to go back over here and go try this. There we go. That's exactly what I needed. Okay. So now she's drafting it. Hi, if you've been silently carrying burnout, grief, or just heavy feelings, something's off in your business, this is for you. I'm Debbie Lynn, business resilience coach, and blah, blah. She's nailed it all based on your page. So she'll draft all of that. So whenever I'm doing an upcoming event, I will give her the link to the page or I'll give her the data from the page. Some pages she can read, some pages she can't. I don't know why that is, but it's really handy to just plug in that stuff. The more you give her, and she'll draft whatever number of emails you want because she'll build them sequentially. Like I'll even say, hey, I need another example. I say, here's my event. This is the date. I need a reminder email that's 48 hours out, 24 hours, 1 hour, and a starting now. And she'll draft all those reminder emails too. So ARIA has saved me dozens of hours. And that's part of the big value of, using these very specifically trained AI agents is because it will save you so much time. The $297 investment right now, I've made it incredibly low to get people in it because let's be real, once you've got that lead magnet fixed and ready to roll, I'm hoping you'll come and join us at Infinite Leads, where we can now get it in front of people, where it needs to go. We're going to help you to get that in front of your audience. Now, Debbie Lynn, I think for you, you're booked to be with me here soon, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
am.
So
And I'm already part of Infinite Leads. I have been. This last year I haven't used it as much because I lost both my parents and I've been dealing with family. But yeah, it's like, and I just signed up for this. I mean, as soon as I saw what you did, I was like, yeah, I need to do that because it's going to help me with, I've got several events coming up. So
got it.
yeah.
Well, here's the deal that I feel bad of doing this, but I'm just going to refund you because you signed up for my my leads intensive. So for those of you who may not know, I also do these leads intensives out of our home here, and I've got several people coming. Not this coming weekend. Oh my goodness, you're going to be showing up. I think what is it, Monday, Tuesday? You'll show up Sunday night, and it's included with that. So I don't want to overcharge you because you would get those included. So I'll refund that for you. All right. And so that is one of the things that we do as well. As I do these leads intensives where people come in, we actually, like what we'll be doing with Debbie Lynn, is we'll really be building out her whole funnel for her. We'll be working on building some good lead magnets. We'll be setting up all the email sequencing. We'll put it inside her CRM and get everything fleshed out. And that's at my leads intensive, which is a 2-day full day. People come and stay out of our home. We do these really small group, but we have a big enough home that we could handle 4 people staying here. And she's going to be joining us. So welcome. I look forward to seeing you in person soon. All right. Any other questions come up for anybody? Anyone at all? Questions, challenges? I know several people in the room already own these programs. And so maybe you have questions about what you've been doing with Use It.
Hey, Michael. Michael, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I just want to make a comment. I had to jump off for a few minutes because I had a strategy call with a client, but it was quick and I came back. And I was looking at your offer, and then when you said 200 off, I'm like, without the 200 off, it's really valuable. I'm just saying. It's like, wow, you've got it really low. I'm going to sign up right away. And I have a lot of AI bots that I use, and the time savings that this does have, you've said it already, but it really is beneficial, not only for you and for upcoming lead magnets, but, making something so quickly like you demonstrated. It's just, it's a no-brainer. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, and I use it myself. I mean, less of magnets, although we were recently going to an event and we were going to be talking about something new from stage that we didn't even have. Well, you were at our Alchemy of Winning yesterday. And we needed to create a lead magnet that led people more to the game. And we didn't have a lead magnet. So on the flight out, I fired it up. I created the lead magnet. We showed up at the event. My lead magnet was ready to rock and roll and offer to the group. And so that one I don't use as frequently, but ARIA I use all the time. Like any email creation I need, because the other cool part about ARIA, and I can't drive this home enough, she's thinking long term. Like she's thinking 5, 6 emails ahead. Like, where do we want to lead people? So much more strategically than I could even wrap my brain around real quickly to go, hey, I need an email for today, tomorrow, the next day. It's brilliant. So I love using ARIA for that.
I'm excited to use it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. We also had a ping in the chat from Deborah. She wants to see if we're willing to review her lead magnet. Are you okay with some serious coaching on this, Deborah? You got to be open to tough love, as I put it. Yes. Okay. It's in the chat. Great. I'm going to fire over to her lead magnet, Guardian Pet Trust. Problem number 1 on this page is it's got a menu bar. So here's the deal. If I land on this page and I see this in my free ebook now, but then I go, oh, this is interesting. Well, let's see, what do I know about her? And so now I'm reading. Oh, sorry, phone's ringing. And now I'm distracted. And now I might come back a little bit later and I go, what was I here for? Oh, I don't know. Let me go to another tab. And you've lost the lead. Okay. Even now I'm like, well, oh, here's the free ebook. I got to go back to it there. Now, by the way, 2 things. What she's doing here, it's fine to have your free gift on your homepage, and this is great, but she should also have this on a standalone page. Because here's the reality. I don't know how much traffic you get on your website, but most of us in our businesses, I will tell you this, my website looks like hell. I haven't updated my website in years. I am in the process of updating it right now, but I don't do business through my website. That's not where people find me. They find me through curated giveaways, gift giveaways, where with partners, we're sending out lead magnet packages, a lot of bundles of free, cool resources. And people are seeing that there and they're going, oh, this is really cool. I want Michael's free gift there. And the way that looks is a steady flow of people seeing my lead magnet every day, but I'm not going to send them here. If you try to send those people here, they're going to be distracted. So you need to have a separate page just for this. And by the way, the cover, beautiful. Text here, perfect. Send my free ebook now. Okay. Why? Now let's say everything else being equal, let's say this menu is gone and all we have is this. Watch what happens here. When I click on this, it scrolled me down to another part of the page. Okay. That's kind of unnecessary. Like this part is all you really need. And to have people to scroll to get it, okay, well, now again, they're going to start reading, they're going to be distracted. You're running the risk of talking them out of it. Okay. Imagine you're in Costco and the people are giving out a food sample. I had this happen the other day. This guy kept talking to me about like all the values and the nutrients and all the stuff that was in this thing. And I'm like, just let me taste the dang thing. You know, I didn't need all the details because I was going to let my taste buds decide whether I wanted to buy it. That person giving me all the details, I was ready to walk away instead of just give me the sample. It's the same thing here. You will get more people if you just give them enough to opt in. That's it. Name, email, click, and they're in. Okay. So hopefully that is helpful. This is fine for in your website, but you should also have the standalone for when you're sending other traffic there. Let's say you have a JV partner who says, hey, I'll promote your free book. That looks pretty cool. You need to have that go to a separate page, not here, because you will lose too many people here. You'll still get some, but your conversion will drop. And I'm talking percentage points, you know, so let's say normally the people who show up in the page, you might get 50% of them decide, yeah, all right, cool. I'll give you my name and email. If you have it here, you'll probably lose 10%. It'll probably drop to 40% or less because they'll be distracted. They'll start reading all about your business and forget why they're there. Okay. Hopefully that is helpful. Okay, that was long as you were a separate landing page for ebook. Oh, you have a separate landing page for the free ebook. Cool. There we go. Okay, this is still you still got the menu up there. So it's still too much on a page. Yeah, you want to still make sure that I'm not patting myself on the shoulder for this, but that's all you want on your opt-in page. 2 sentences tops, an image, opt-in. That's it. The image of me pointing to it is to direct focus to what they should be looking at and focusing on and getting them in. That's it. Minimalist approach. All right. Look, there's no menu bar. There's no scrolling. They can't scroll. There's nowhere to scroll. There's no menu bar. There's no extra reading to distract them. They're there for a purpose. They're there to opt in. Let them opt in and get on out. This, by the way, is known as a squeeze page. The technical term in our industry is called a squeeze page, and it's important that your opt-in be on a squeeze page. It's called that because you're squeezing them. They're either in or out. The only 2 options. They either opt in or they leave. And you will get far more conversions if you do it this way. I promise. Okay. You're very welcome, Deborah. I tried to sign up. It's not allowing me to pay with PayPal. Oh, okay. Let's see. Don't, if it's doing that, Bridget, don't keep trying. You and I know each other, so we can talk about that. Yeah, because it has been wonky, the whole bit with PayPal. So I'll reach out to you with a direct. If you want to do it through your PayPal account, I'll do a direct PayPal invoice to you for it. Cool. All right. Any other questions from anybody before we wrap? Shadid, you already got in though, right? You're not looking for the PayPal link, right? I see you commented to her.
No, Michael. When LeOn and ARIA first launched, there was like a beta period where it was very inexpensive. And I kick myself every day because I missed out on that opportunity. So no, I do not have it.
Got it. Okay. Well, are you trying to get in? Is that what you were saying? Why you had the PayPal
Yes,
issue?
I tried to do the PayPal. So if you can send me a PayPal
You got
that
it.
will allow me to use PayPal credit, then
You got it. I'll send that to both of y'all.
okay.
That
Thank
right
you.
call today. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for letting me know that because that is frustrating. And I have had not only that, the other time I've seen people who it worked, but it didn't notify my system. So they got a charge, and then I get an email. They're going, "Hey, where's my stuff?" I'm like, "Crap! Why didn't it automate that?" So there's something wonky going on inside my setup. So I will get that figured out.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? I want to peel through the chat once more to see if there's anything I missed. Looks like we're good. Awesome. Okay. Any other last minute, if anybody has a burning question of support or about how it works or anything else, let me know now or forever hold your peace. I'll probably be doing some more of these in the coming, probably January, February, March, at least every now and then. I like to keep doing these because it allows people who've already bought to come in and get new ideas and ask questions. And it also allows people who are new to it to take a first peek at it. All right. Well, I don't see any hands going up, so I will close this call. I'll get stuff off to you, Bridget, and to you, Shadid, here in just a little bit. And thank you guys, everybody, for showing up today. At first, it looked like we were going to have a very small group, and then it ended up growing pretty rapidly. And I appreciate your time, everybody. Happy holidays, and we'll catch y'all on the next time. Ciao.